had a great week. I thought I would come on really quick and do a live because I wanted to share with you. I wanted to share with you guys my technique for natural hair growth, and using scalp massage is a way to promote natural hair growth and then also retention of length. This year for me, in terms of my natural hair goals, first of all, hey, my name is LaDon. For those of you who are new, my name is LaDon. This is the No Line Naturally Me channel. And so for me, thank you for joining me. I hope you guys have a good time. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and share this video if in this live broadcast if you think this information would be helpful to other naturals you know. So for me, this year is going to be a year of going back to basics, doing some of the things that I did early on in my natural hair journey that really helped me to keep my hair very healthy. And then it's so dark, to keep my hair very healthy, and then also to help my curls to pop and just to get the best results out of my hair. So one of the things I did, sorry guys, bring some light into here. I literally just decided to do this like at the last minute, and I'm like, it's so dark back here. So in any event, one of the things that I used to do was incorporate scalp massage into my nighttime hair care routine. I am actually really quickly going to switch to tethering so that you guys get the best possible connection for this video. My apologies, I forgot to do it before I logged. There we go. Yay! All right, so you guys can see me. Back. Bam. All right. So, hopefully you can see me a little bit better. And hopefully the connection is better. If so, let me know that. Just leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, and let me know. But yeah, so this is the year of kind of going back to basics for me when it comes to my natural hair techniques and the journey overall. And so one of the things that I did pretty religiously was that I stuck to a hair moisturizing regimen, and then also I did some things to promote hair growth. And what I found was that the hair growth strategies really helped when it came to thickening my hair as well. And so I just figured that this would be something really of benefit to kind of share with everybody, because maybe you guys don't know about some of these techniques. The technique that I used most often was scalp massage. So before I go to bed at night, what I would do is take a few minutes to massage my scalp. And when I massage my scalp, I would use a special concoction of oil. And this is the one I use. I put it in a small container like this. It has a little pump on it, and it just helps me to really easily distribute the oil and then also to mix it. The other thing I really like about it is that I can do smaller batches. So if I notice that my hair needs, a benefit from a specific type of oil, I don't have to wait a long time, like till I'm done with the oil I'm using, to replace and replenish to do the best thing for my hair. All right, so this particular concoction is made up of avocado oil. Hold on, I put the information in the comment info section beneath this video. I apologize guys, I am so tired right now, really sleepy. But I wanted to do this because I figured, I know that you guys have asked me about some of these things like nighttime routine and stuff like that, and I just wanted to get a video out and done for you guys so you can use some of the strategies as soon as possible and ask questions. So some of the oils that I put in here are sweet almond oil, avocado oil, vitamin E, let me just start off with the sweet almond oil and the avocado. I like to use those oils because they promote moisture retention, elasticity. They're very light oils, so they are perfect for fine natural hair. The blend that I put together is primarily combined or comprised of light carrier oils. Light carrier oils are important for fine natural hair because you don't want any kind of oil that's going to weigh the hair down, but at the same time you want oils and you want oil blends that are going to benefit fine natural hair by the same token. So I love sweet almond oil and avocado oil for that reason. The other oils I use is vitamin E. Now the vitamin E oil I use also has rosehip seed oil. I did a video on all the benefits of rosehip seed oil, like for your skin, as well as for your hair. It's like liquid gold in a bottle, like seriously. And it also has jojoba oil. Now sometimes I'll use the jojoba oil as a separate oil, not in a blend or pre-made blend, but sometimes when I don't want to have a bunch of bottles that I'm, you know, using to make up my blend, I'll just get some oils that have already been pre-blended. And so my vitamin E oil, the rosehip, and the jojoba oil is just a really, really great combination to kind of have together. And the reason I like that blend is because they have lots of fatty acids in them. They have lots of antioxidants in them. All of those things will benefit the hair, strengthen the hair, and actually protect it from free radicals that might be in the air. So that's why I like to use those oils. I also like to use neem oil, which has so many benefits for hair and skin. I'm going to put a link to all these things so actually you can read up about these benefits and do some research on your own. I like to share information with you guys and help to educate as much as possible, but you know, I'm always encouraging you guys to read up on your own. So neem oil is like one of my favorite oils for hair, especially with regard to helping to promote hair health and growth. And then the last two oils I use are castor oil and tea tree oil. Now I use the castor oil. I know that's a heavier oil, and some of you with fine hair are probably like, but wait a minute, you just said you like to use light oils. I feel like fine natural hair folks can use castor oil, and I highly suggest castor oil. But just being cognizant of how much you use. So as you could see here, this is not a, you know, heavy weight down oil. I just put maybe 5 drops of the castor oil in it. I like castor oil because it is known to promote hair growth. You can use Jamaican black castor oil or regular castor oil. I use regular castor oil. It's great on its own to massage around your temples. So if you have found that like you're losing your edges or something like that, I highly suggest just using it on its own around the temples, and it'll be really beneficial for you. It also has a really, really nice natural sheen. And it adds that kind of sheen to the hair. So I highly recommend it for that reason as well. A lot of times our hair just doesn't reflect light. And so castor oil provides a really nice way to naturally add a little bit of sheen and dimension to your hair. The last oil I add is tea tree oil, and I do that specifically for the benefits on the scalp. So if you find that you have like very itchy scalp or lots of irritation happening with regard to your scalp, tea tree oil is great because it has sort of an antiseptic sort of element to it. It helps to get rid of bacteria on the scalp. It helps to soothe the scalp. It's an anti-inflammatory. So if you're having any types of issues with, inflammation of the scalp or itchiness or issues of that nature, highly recommend the tea tree oil. I just put it in here because I want to guard against all of that. So if you find actually even that you're having like muscle aches, you can mix tea tree oil in with like an olive oil, or I would say olive oil because olive oil is less expensive than vitamin E, but you can mix a bit of tea tree oil in it and then rub it over that achy muscular area, and what will happen is that it will help it will penetrate the skin, and it will help to take some of the inflammation around that muscle ache down. So it'll help to soothe it. All right. So that's that. That is my oil blend. And like I said, I make it, in small batches like this, so you can see it again. You probably see that there's a little bit of a cloudy element in it, and that is the neem oil. All right. So before I use my oil, I'm going to show you actually like this, 3 techniques. I'm going to show you 3 techniques to do the scalp massage. And then I'm going to show you what I do for length retention. Now my hair looks a little crazy because it has been stretched and it has been like through the ringer, and it just looks a little bit crazy. But I have not had a chance to wash it. I haven't washed it in about a week and a half. So it is due. But I'm still going to show you this technique, and I think you're going to really get lots of benefits from it. All right. So when it comes to my oil, I actually will sometimes let the bottle, you can use a plastic bottle. This one is a glass bottle, but you could take it and then set it in some warm water. Think about hot oil treatments. A lot of times you put it is a hot oil treatment because you're using the oil and you're warming it up. And what the warm oil will do is it will help to better penetrate, like, your hair shaft when you're doing a hot oil treatment. So the oil that is closest to the scalp, it will benefit that hair by opening up the cuticle and penetrating, that hair shaft better. We're going to take this oil actually and put it on the ends of our hair. So warming it up will help to open the shaft of the ends up. So again, you're allowing the oil to penetrate the hair shaft. It's going to help to seal in the moisture that's already there, and then it's going to deliver moisturizing properties that will then help you to retain your length, because then your ends won't be brittle, which is really important this time of year. All right. So now you can do that. If you don't have time to do that, or you're just too tired to do that, you can, just work with it straight out of the bottle as well. But if you do heat it, you'll get a little bit of extra benefits. All right. So let's see. So there are a couple of different techniques you can use to do your massage. Now, 2 of the techniques are a finger massage. I'm looking down at some notes that I'm keeping because I told y'all I'm tired and I'm not able to remember everything. Okay. So I use one hair tool, and then for one technique, and then for the other 2 techniques, I use my fingers. So I'm going to show you the finger techniques first. So what you want to do is just kind of section your hair. You could do it into 4 sections. Depending upon how dense your hair is, you could do small or larger sections. I'm just going to do 2 sections for the sake of time. All right. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like the topic, and hopefully you find the information helpful thus far. All right, so you want to section your hair and then work into smaller sections. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do, I'm actually just going to break this into 2 sections. So I'll have a front section and a rear section, and I'm just gonna twist this, I guess, just to keep the hair out of the way. And I'm going to work on this front section. This is where I'm going to do all the demo. All right. So you want to get a smaller section of hair. If you have very dense hair, you could break this up into smaller sections. So the first technique is you want to take your oil, and I suggest an oil with a pump like this, or you could use one that has kind of a dropper. Like here's my rose hip seed oil container. So see how that has a dropper? A dropper is nice too, because you could be strategic about how much oil you place where. I wouldn't suggest like getting the bottle and then turning it over and then adding it, because you could very easily add too much oil, if that makes sense. So use an oil you know, container to house your oil with some sort of nozzle that you can actually control. And then what I do is I take a little bit of the oil and I squeeze it like right on the scalp, maybe about an inch, in sections that are an inch apart. Okay, so for the first technique, you're going to use the palms of your fingertips. So that is this padded part at the end of your fingers. Now, if you have nails like I do, you want to make sure that when you're placing your finger down, you place it like this. You don't want to place it like this. See how my nails are hitting the scalp? You don't want to do that. You want to lay it on the scalp this way. So even if you can see where the oil is. So see how the oil is even down here? That's because I'm keeping it away from my nails. So you want to lay it down like this and then go ahead and massage into your scalp. And then for each section, you want to massage for about 5 minutes. Now, you could massage furiously like that, and that will help to stimulate circulation and energy on the scalp. So that's good to kind of wake the scalp up and get that circulation going. But you could also use this as a relaxing method as well, and just go in a slower motion. And, you know, that'll help you to relax, you know, especially if you're doing it at night. It'll be very beneficial to do that way. All right. So you want to use the palms of those fingers to do that. So that is one way to do it. Now, when you do your, depending upon your hair type, you have to figure out which technique is going to work best for you. You want to massage in a circular motion. Now, one of the challenges of massaging in a circular motion, especially when you have natural hair, is that you can actually create tangles or kinks in your hair by doing this. So you want to be really thoughtful about which technique is going to work for you. So if you feel like your hair is going to tangle more by going in that circular motion over the hair and in the scalp like that, then I would just suggest just up and down that way, and more so keeping your fingers in the same section, but just massaging the skin. I hope this makes sense. So you're keeping your fingers kind of stationary wherever you've placed them on the scalp, right? And you're just going around and around. So you're actually moving the skin around it to do that massage, rather than going like this and moving the hair a lot and rubbing it across the scalp. Does that make sense? I'm gonna try to demonstrate it here. So one technique is like going like this, right? That's going to create a little bit more friction, and it could cause you to develop tangles. Or you could keep your fingers stationary and just move it like this. That creates less friction, and you won't have to worry about causing tangles. Okay, so those are actually the two techniques for using your fingertips to do your scalp massage. The next technique is to just use a scalp massager. So I use this for, oh, I should have put information about this. Once this video goes live, and I'm not sure if I'm going to leave this video up. You guys can tell me whether I should or not, because it may look a mess in the morning. I'm so exhausted. But this is a great tool for cleansing your scalp when you're in the shower. That's what I primarily use it for. When I'm not using it, you know, for scalp massages, I love to use it in the shower to easily detangle my hair when I put my co-wash, you know, when I'm co-washing, or when I have my conditioner in it, or even if I'm using a shampoo. I like to use this to really get my scalp clean. But I also like to use it for scalp massages. So it has these bristles on the bottom, and these are soft. They don't hurt at all. And then it has a button on the top. It has a little handle, which is ergonomically correct. So if some of you suffer with issues when with doing a massage, because maybe you're dealing with carpal tunnel or something like that, you will find that this will be a lifesaver. And it has this button, so you just turn it on. It has one speed. and you just lay it down on the scalp, and it will do a lot of that massaging for you. So the reason I like to do this also is because my arms just get tired. And you want to massage about 3 to 5 minutes in each section. Okay, so I just kind of go back and forth like this. I don't have to rub it back and forth because this is creating a nice vibration that is massaging my scalp on its own. So I actually have to do very little movement with this. And then once I finish with that section, I'll just go like to the next section and I will massage here after putting the oil down. This is very, very soothing and relaxing at bedtime, I have to tell you. And you could go, a lot faster. Again, you're massaging, again, quickly to, promote circulation around your follicles, right? But then you can also massage in a slow manner just because it's more relaxing and soothing, especially at nighttime. Okay, and then the last thing I do, let me turn this off. Last thing I do is I just add a little bit of water to the ends of my hair, which look really bad for some reason today. I don't know why. I think it's because of the way I had it set. I stretched it the other day and then I didn't really, I just kind of put it in a bun. And I hate doing that sometimes, especially if it's like a bantu, because the way I do my bantus, my ends they look raggedy afterwards. So I have a little bit of that going on. But you're going to add a little bit of moisture, and then you're just going to take a little bit of the oil. You don't need a whole lot. That's like 1 pump. Break it down. And then just work it over the ends. So if I'm going to retwist my hair, and then I'll just kind of bring it up, whatever excess I have. It's not very much oil, so I don't have to worry about it wearing my hair down or anything like that. But what it's going to do is it's going to seal those ends, and it's going to help to keep that hair healthy at the very ends of the hair. This will, if you're wearing your hair blown out, this is going to cause the hair to curl back up. So you want to think about maybe using a finer mist if you're wearing your hair straight, like this kind of mist that you would get with your Mario Badescu rose water spray, aloe and rose water spray. This is a better one, I think, if you're going for a straight look, because it won't cause your hair to revert as much. And so, yeah, you just do that so you can seal that moisture in. You could even just put a little bit on the palms of your hands when you're done and then scrunch it in. I used to do that every night and every morning when I woke up. And then you're good to go. That's it. Pretty simple nighttime routine. I just repeat that same routine to each of the other sections, and then that's pretty much it. So some of you might be wondering about like some of the benefits of doing scalp massages. You guys are so quiet tonight. I think you're quiet like I am, or you're tired like I am. It's a Monday. Mondays are hard. So one of the reasons the scalp massages are beneficial is that, of course, you're lubricating your scalp. You're using all of these wonderful antioxidants and fatty acids, and then also, antibacterial sort of oils, and that's going to minimize the amount of flakes and irritation you would experience on your skin. It's going to minimize any effects of what they call it, product buildup. And so it will keep the hair sort of healthier and have a healthier look and feel. So again, you won't have those flakes, and you won't have lots of irritation. You won't have to worry about, dry, patchy sections if you're dealing with issues with your hair for any reason, or it's just because it's winter time and your skin is like, what's going on? So that's one reason that it's helpful. It also helps to enhance blood circulation in the head and neck. especially when the hair is tight from stress. So sometimes we do protective styles that are really, really tight and causing a lot of stress, not only to our scalp, but in this area in general. And then also, if you're just dealing with stress from, stress for whatever reason, that scalp massage actually has benefits for the rest of your body to help you with stress reduction. Another thing it does is it helps to strengthen the roots of your hair. So because you are increasing the pliability of those roots, they will strengthen over time. And I think that that's why I felt like my hair had gotten sort of thicker when I used to do my scalp massages regularly. And I just got out of the habit of doing it on a regular basis. But highly recommend that. It's also going to nourish your hair shaft, and it's going to promote new hair growth as well. So that's why you want to think about the types of oils you're using. You want to use oils that promote hair growth. That's why I mentioned the castor oil is really good. The neem is really good. And then again, we're talking about pliability. So you want to use oil that really support moisture retention, and that's why I like the jojoba oil. That's why I like the avocado oil. That's why I like the sweet almond oil. Because all of those are going to help you to make the hair more pliable, but then also help to strengthen those roots. It also helps you to distribute the natural oils that collect on your scalp more easily. So if you suffer from dry scalp for one reason or another, maybe it's your regimen, maybe it's something, just stuff going on with your body, maybe you're producing a lot of oil or maybe you're producing less oils, it's going to help you to more evenly distribute those oils, and you can actually work them down the hair shaft so that the rest of your hair can benefit from all of the nutrients happening down here. One of the biggest challenge we have with natural hair, because our hair is curly or it's kinky or coily, is the fact that the texture of the hair makes it a little bit more difficult for those oils that are on the scalp to actually work their way down the strand. If you notice, a lot of times your hair feels most healthy up here, but will feel really dry down here. And that's because those oils, either there's not enough oil, or there just isn't enough activity to help those oils work their way down the shaft. So by stimulating this area, you're going to help to make that happen. Yeah, I mean, overall, I was just trying to look and see if there was any other thoughts I had on why I feel like it's a really good part of the regimen, but that was essentially it. I also find that when I am incorporating the scalp massages with a good oil mix to my hair, especially in the wintertime, it helps to protect my hair more from the elements. And then also I find in the summertime, for whatever reason, I use a different blend of oils. There are like a couple of oils that actually help to protect your hair from damage in the sun. It also helps to minimize puffiness, because it keeps the hair from absorbing as much moisture as is out in the air. Anytime you apply any type of coating to the hair, it's going to cover the hair shaft, because what happens in the summer months here is it gets really humid, and then the hair shaft, the shaft opens, and it's like taking in all the moisture it can get, and then you start out with your hair like this, and then by the end of the day it's like super big. It don't even look like that on me because I got fine hair, but y'all know what I'm talking about. You know how your hair be on swole sometimes. So that's why it's on swole, because it is receiving all this moisture that is in the air. However, if you put an oil on your hair, then that's going to serve as kind of a barrier between your hair shaft and the moisture in the air. And so it's going to minimize the amount of moisture that actually gets through and causes your hair to be puffy. So there's just so many benefits to using oils in your scalp massage, but then also just generally using them on your hair and incorporating it into your routine. And that's it. I hope you guys found, like, my hair feels so soft just from doing that little bit. Oh my gosh. I hope that you guys found this information to be helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section once this video goes live. If you guys learned something in this video, please do give me a thumbs up so that I know you found this to be helpful. I can definitely do other nighttime routines. This is just one of the nighttime routines I'm incorporating because I'm being really intentional about hair growth and retention this year. I've never really cared that much about hair growth in the past, but this year I want to just be kinder to my hair and see what happens, because I kind of feel like I've plateaued. My hair is like right around here now, and I'd like to see it get a little bit longer. I'm just curious to see if it will. And so I'm going to be very religious and very disciplined about incorporating this technique at night to see my results. I know in the past, if you guys go back to my early videos, you can see how quickly my hair grew. And it grew because I was doing all these things to my hair. So I always did my DIY oil. If you guys would like to see, like for me to do a video in terms of how I make this oil for my hair, this oil is specifically for fine natural hair. So if you're interested in me doing a DIY on it, please do leave a comment or, you know, provide a thumbs up so I know that that's something you're interested in seeing, and I can do that in a future video. But my hair really grew very quickly over my first year and a half, because I was very, I had like a system, and I was, you know, my wash days, I had one wash day that was about a wash day for moisture retention. And then I had another wash day that was, you know, about, you know, clarifying the hair. And then I had another wash day that they all had different purposes. So I need to get back to that, because a lot of times you just end up not listening to your hair, not giving it what it needs. And then, you know, it starts fighting with you. Okay, cookies have chocolate. Will do, my dear. All right, guys, I'm going to say good night. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I am going to put the information on this little buddy. I love this thing. In the information section after this video goes live, so you can check it out. It's not very expensive. It's pretty inexpensive. And like I said, I've had mine for probably about 2 years. I bought my daughter one, and then she bought me one. Isn't that sweet? But yeah, I've had mine for about 2 years, and I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. It's a great multi-purpose product. Like I said, I like to use it in the shower when I'm detangling my hair. If I don't want to take a wide tooth comb in there, or, you know, Denman brush, because then you got all these things you're reaching for. And I just like the fact that I can use something to cleanse my scalp as well as to detangle my hair, and it does a really great job. So I'll make sure I add that. I'm sorry I forgot, but like I said, I'm tired. All right, love you guys. I will see you next time. Again, have a great evening, and I hope you guys have a phenomenal week, and I will see you next time. Bye.